Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are fine, right? I am Dakshayani, handling biology from Bardasnar Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, today we are going to see the 9th standard biology, right? Before going to a topic, I want to ask you some questions. Like, which is your favorite subject? Yes? I hear from many of you, your favorite subject is biology. So, the first lesson what you are going to study is a introduction to biology. And what is biology? Oh, study of living things. It is derived from the two words, biology. Is derived from the two words, bios plus logos. What do you mean by bios? Bios means life. Bios means life and logos means knowledge. Logos means knowledge. So, the study of or the knowledge regarding the life we call it as biology. Okay, and biology includes two major branches, right? Botany and zoology. Okay, what is a botany? Study of plants. Why they should keep the name botany? Because the word botany is derived from the Greek word botane. Derived from the Greek word botane. Botane in the Greek, it refers to the plants. So, the study of plants we call it as botany. Likewise, what is the another major branch, children? Zoology. Right, it comes from the Greek word zoon. Greek word zoon. Zoon refers to the animals. Zoon refers to the animals. So, hence it got the name zoology. So, what is a biology? Study of life. Biology, it is a study of truth, children. It is the science in which we studied about ourselves, right? And it has two branches, study of plants, that is a botany, and study of zoology, study of animals, that is a zoology. Okay, and now we are going to study about we are going to the first topic, children. In this we are going to discuss about some of the important discoveries and who are all the persons who worked for the growth of biology. So, the next topic what we are going to discuss is the growth of biology. Children, the first topic what we are going to discuss is the growth of biology, and in this topic we are going to study the name of the scientist and their lifespan and what was their lifetime and what they discovered. Okay, and the first person whom we are going to discuss is the Hippocrates. Do you want to see Hippocrates, children? Just look at this picture. He is the Hippocrates. He is a Hippocrates and he is called as a father of medicine. Hippocrates, father of medicine. And what was his lifespan, children? 460 to 370 BC. And what is a BC? BC refers to before Christ. And now we are in AD. 2020 AD, that is after death of the Christ. And who was the first person, children? Just note down, I am writing the spelling of Hippocrates. Hippocrates, Hippocrates, Hippocrates. So, what was the first name? Hippocrates. Who was the father of medicine? Hippocrates is the father of medicine. And the second personality whom we are going to discuss is the Aristotle. Aristotle, he was called as a father of biology. We can also say him as a father of zoology too, children, because he was the first person who classified the animals. And do you want to see the picture of the Aristotle? This is the picture of the Aristotle. He was a famous philosopher, and what was his lifespan, children? 384 to 322 BC. And who was the second person we discussed? Aristotle. 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 So, who was the father of biology, children? Aristotle. And the third personality whom we are going to discuss is that, just look at this picture. He is a Theophrastus. He is a Theophrastus and he was a student of Aristotle. Okay, and what was his lifespan, children? 370 to 285 BC, and he was called as a father of botany. He classified nearly 18,000 species of plants. So, children, the third personality whom we are going to discuss is Theophrastus. That look at this picture, children. He is a Theophrastus and he was called as a father of botany. And what was his lifespan, children? he lived between 370 to 285 BC, and he was called as a father of botany. He classified more than 18,000 species of plant, children. So what was the third name we discussed? Theophrastus. 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 Who is the father of botany? Theophrastus. And the fourth person whom we are going to discuss is Herophilus. Just look at this picture, children. Herophilus. Right? He was a father of anatomy. What is anatomy? Anatomy is the study of internal structure. And what was his lifespan, children? He lived at 300 BC. And he was a father of anatomy. So fourth person whom we discussed is Herophilus. 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 Right? And children, the next person whom we are going to discuss is Andreas Vesalius. Just look at this picture, children. He is dissecting the hand of a person. So he was the first person who dissected the animal's body. So what was the name, children? Fifth person whom we discussed is Andreas Vesalius. Andreas. Andreas Vesalius. Vesalius. Andreas Vesalius. So what was his lifespan? He lived between 1514 to 1564. And what was the role in biology, children? He dissected some animals. And the next personality whom we are going to discuss is William Harvey. Do you want to see the picture of the William Harvey? Look at this picture, children. He was called William Harvey, and he was a person who discovered blood circulation. So what was the name, children? William. William. William Harvey. 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 William Harvey. So what was his lifespan? 1578 to 1657. He invented blood circulation. Okay, children, we have studied about the 6 personalities. Shall I ask you some questions? Just listen. Who discovered blood circulation? Yes, right, William Harvey. Who was called the father of botany? Theophrastus. Very good. And who is the father of medicine? The first person who studied? Hippocrates. Very good, children. Next, we are going to study about another person, Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Anton van Leeuwenhoek, he was the first person who observed an organism under the microscope, and he was a person who coined the term cell. Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Just look at this. Anton van Leeuwenhoek, he lived between 1630 to 1723, and he was a person who discovered bacteria too. So what was the name, children? Anton. Anton. Anton van. Van. Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek. Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Okay, and the eighth personality whom we are going to discuss is Robert Hooke. He was a person who coined the term cell. Just look at this picture, children. He was a Robert Hooke, right? So how to write Robert Hooke? R-O-B-E-R-T. Robert Hooke. H-O-O-K-E. Robert Hooke. So he was a person who coined the term cell. Now let me ask you some questions. Who discovered bacteria? Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Okay, and who coined the term cell? Robert Hooke. And the next person whom we are going to discuss is what was the person, children? Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus. This was a picture of Carolus Linnaeus, and he was called as a father of modern taxonomy, and he was a person who classified the organism. What is a taxonomy, children? Taxonomy is the study of arrangement and classification. So the person whom we discussed is Carolus. C-A-R-O-L-U-S. Carolus Linnaeus. L-I-N-N-A-E-U-S. He was a person who discovered the scientific names also to children, to how to say an organism. Each and every organism has two names, right? For example, human beings, Homo sapiens. That scientific terminology of writing was discovered by Carolus Linnaeus only. And the next person whom we are going to discuss is Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck, and he wrote a famous book called Theories of Organic Evolution. How an organism originated in the earth. What was the name, children? Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. And see, look here, children. Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. And what was his lifespan? He lived between 1744 to 1829, and he wrote a famous book, Theory of Organic Evolution. So, the 10th personality whom we discussed is Jean, that is Jean, Jean Baptiste, B-A-P-T-I-S-T, Baptiste, Lamarck, L-A-M-A-R-C-K, Lamarck. So, we discussed about nearly the 10 personalities, children, and the next person whom we are going to discuss is Robert Brown. Robert Brown, he was a person who discovered the movement in the protoplasm, right? That is in the cell, how the particle cell organelles move in the protoplasm, and it was also called as a Brownian movement. It was named after him, Robert Brown, as Brownian movement. So, the next, the 11th personality whom we discussed is Robert Brown, R-O-B-E-R-T, Robert Brown, B-R-O-W-N, Robert Brown, Brownian movement, right? And the next personality whom we discussed is about the two persons, that is Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. Right here, Schleiden, he was a famous botanist, children, and he was a famous zoologist. Schwann was a famous zoologist. They both, after observing the plants and the animals, they propounded the cell theory. That is, what was the name of the person, children? First person is Matthias Schleiden, M-A-T-T-H-I-A-S, Matthias Schleiden, S-C-H-E-H-L-E-I-D-N, Matthias Schleiden. And what was his lifespan, children? 1804 to 1881. And the next person, the famous zoologist, is Theodor Schwann. What was the name spelling? T-H-E-O, Theodor, D-O-R-E, Theodor Schwann, S-C-H-W-A-N-N, Theodor Schwann. Okay, he was a botanist and he was a zoologist, and they propounded the cell theory. Now, I will ask you some questions, children. Who found the Brownian movement? Yes, Robert Brown. Okay. And the next personality whom we are going to discuss is the Charles Darwin. Do you want to see the picture of the Charles Darwin? Look at this picture, children. This is the picture of Charles Darwin, and he wrote a famous book, Theories of Natural Selection and Origin of Species. Right. So, what was his lifespan? 1809 to 1882. And Charles Darwin, C-H-A-R-L-E-S, Charles Darwin, D-A-R-W-I-N, Darwin, Charles Darwin, right? And the personality next we are going to discuss is a Gregor Mendel. He was a person, children. Look at the picture, children. Gregor Johann Mendel. Mendel's law of inheritance. He was a great botanist who he worked about the pea plant. Pea plant, you know, children, Patani, right? By some time he worked nearly for more than 7 years. Okay, and he propounded the law of inheritance. What is the inheritance? How the characters are transformed from the parent to the next generation. So, Gregor Mendel, G-R-E-G-O-R, Gregor Mendel, M-E-N-D-E-L, Mendel, Gregor Mendel. And the next person whom we are going to discuss is Louis Pasteur. Do you want to see the picture of the Louis Pasteur, children? Look at here, Louis Pasteur. Okay, and he was a famous person who found out pasteurization. How to write, children? L-O-U I-S, Louis Pasteur, P-A-S-T-E-U-R, Louis Pasteur. And I want to say a story about him, children. Louis Pasteur, before his invention, if a person get any disease, they used to think it was a curse of a goddess. What's a curse? Sabam. And black magic, we say Savine, right? So people in the olden periods, they thought that it was a main reason for the diseases. What was a superstitious beliefs, right? Moodanambike. But after Louis Pasteur only, he found out that microorganisms are responsible for the causing the diseases. So Louis Pasteur, he was a person who found out fermentation also. Louis Pasteur in the year 1822 to 1895, this was his lifespan, and he found out fermentation. Fermentation means what, children? By the process of fermentation only, what is produced? Alcohol is produced. That is, they store the fruits for a long years, right, adding some yeast and some preservatives, and later it becomes the alcohol. So the process is called as fermentation. And the last personality whom we are going to discuss is the Alexander Fleming. Just look at this picture, children. He is called as Alexander Fleming. This person comes in physics too, children. Fleming's left hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule, right? Alexander Fleming. So how to write? Alexander, A-L-E-X, Alexander, A-N-D-E-R, Alexander Fleming, F-L-E-M-I-N-G, Alexander Fleming. So he was a person who discovered penicillin. Penicillin is a drug, children. Okay, while he was working in a laboratory, right, and while he was cultivating, while he was working on a bacteria, he found on the culture vessel, he found out some green layers, and beyond that the bacteria cannot grow, right, and he found out what was a green material, and he found that it was a fungus named Penicillium notatum, and he derived penicillium from that, and he used it to treat the bacterial diseases. So what was the name, children? Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin. Okay, with this the important discovery, that's a growth of biology topic is over, children. Now let me ask you some questions, dear. First lesson, who is father of medicine? Hippocrates. Yes, very good. And who discovered penicillin? What is the answer, children? Alexander Fleming. Who proposed the law of inheritance? Gregor Mendel. Very good. Who are the persons proposed cell theory? Matthias Claden and Theodor Schwann. Very good, children. Children, now we are going to discuss the next topic, branches of biology. Already we discussed two branches, right? Botany, zoology. Apart from that, what are all the branches of biology? And branches, they are divided based on the two categories, right? First one, we are going to study on the basis of how they are classified, on the basis of approach. How do we approach, or approach of studying, based on the approach on study. So this one, first we are going to study about the first science is morphology. Morphology. Morphology, logos means knowledge, right? Morphology means study of external structure, that is form and structure. We call it as morphology. And second branch is anatomy. Anatomy means study of internal structure. And third one is physiology. What is the third one, children? Physiology, study of functions. For example, studying about the digestive system, how the digestive organs are performing, how the digestion takes place. Studying about the internal organs and their functions is called as a physiology. And next one, we are going to study about the cytology. Cyto means what, children? Cyto means cell. Cyto means cell. So study of cell, we call it as cytology. And next one is genetics. Genetics, the study of how the characters are transformed from one generation to another. We get some characters from the parents, from our father and from our mother, right? So this is the branch that deals with the study of inheritance of characters. We call it as genetics. And next branch is embryology. What is the embryo? embryo means karu, right? The study of embryonic development, we call it as embryology. How, for example, if you take a human, how it develops from the fetus, what will be the growth in the second month, third month, fourth month, and finally what happens in the 10th month. The study of the embryonic development, we call it as embryology. And the next branch what we are going to discuss is pathology. What is it, children? Pathology. Pathology is the study of diseases. What is pathology? Pathology is the study of diseases. And next one is a taxonomy. Taxonomy already we discussed. Taxonomy means study of arrangement. Who is the father of taxonomy? Carolus Linnaeus is the father of taxonomy. And the next topic what is the next branch is paleontology. What is paleontology? Paleontology means study of fossils. Paleontology, study of fossils. And ecology. What is ecology? Study of ecosystem. Studying about the living organisms and how we interact with the other living organisms. For example, if you take a pond, what are all the organisms you can see in pond? A fish, a snail, a frog, and small microorganisms, a small grass, a crane which eats on the fish. All these relationship we are going to study in the ecology. And what is the next branch, children? Biogeography. Biogeography. Geography means what? Geography means study of earth. Bio means what? Bios means life. So, the study of living organisms on the earth, we call it as biogeography. And next one, we are going to study about histology. What is this, children? Histology. Histology is the study of tissues. Histology is the study of tissues. Right? And the next topic we are going to study about the evolution. What is the evolution, children? How the organisms originated and how the organisms become transformed into another organisms. Like for example, they will say we originated from the monkey. So what are the changes takes place between the monkey and us? So that is study called evolution. And next one is a parasitology. What is a parasite? Ottunni. What we say? Ottunni. For example, there are two types of parasites. Endoparasite which live inside our body. Which parasite is inside our body? Tapeworm. And ectoparasites which live outside our body. For example, if you take an animal, you can see, we say uni, right? Mites. That is said to be the ectoparasites. And the next one is what you are going to study is immunology. What is immunology? Immunology is the study of immune system. What is immunology, children? Noy edirpu sakti. So the study of immunity, we call it as immunology. And the last branch is biochemistry. What is it, children? Biochemistry. What is chemistry? Study of chemical reactions. Bio means what? Some chemical reactions takes place inside our body. The study about this, we call it as biochemistry. Next, children, we are going to study another branches of biology on the basis of study, how we study. So, the first branch what we are going to study is a botany. What is a botany, children? Study of plants. So, botany is the study of plants. The study of plants we call as botany. And what is zoology? We already discussed the study of animals. The study of animals, a tiger and this is a lion, right? The study of animals we call it as zoology. So, what is zoology? Study of animals. And next one, we are going to study about the humans. Okay, what is that? We are going to study about the human, and that is said to be, that branch is said to be anthropology. Anthropology, study of humans is a anthropology. And the next branch what we are going to study is a virus. Which is a virus, you know very well, it's a coronavirus, right? So you see the diagram, this is a HIV. What is the diagram of the children? This is a HIV. And you see this picture, study of, this is a coronavirus, right? The study of viruses we call it as virology. What we call, children? Virology. Study of virus, we call it as virology. And study of bacteria, what is this? Study of bacteria. It's a lactobacillus, right? The study of bacteria, we call it as bacteriology. What we call? Bacteriology. And the next branch what you are going to study is that, what is this, children? It is a mushroom. It belongs to the fungus. Those who study of fungus, we call it as mycology. What we call? Mycology. Mycology is the study of fungus. And this is a edible fungi, mushroom. Okay. And the next one is a pycology. Pycology is the study of algae. What is algae, children? Pasi. During the rainy season, we can see the green color deposits like Pasai, we say in Tamil. The study of algae, we call it as pycology. And next one, I am going to tell you about the another branch. What is this, children? It is a insect. It is a insect. It is a cockroach. So the study of cockroach, we call it, or study of the insects, we call it as entomology. What we call? Entomology. Entomology. And next branch what we are going to study is the study of fishes. Can you see the diagram of the picture fish, children? This is a fish and this is a diagram of the fish. The study of fishes is theology. How to pronounce, children? Is theology. This it came from the fishes. Osteichthyes means bony fishes. Chondrichthyes means cartilaginous fishes. So we get the name. Ichthyology is the study of fishes. And what is this, children? It is a lizard. It is a garden lizard. Onan we say in Tamil, right? The study of lizards, study of snakes, we call it as herpetology. What is the branch we call? Herpetology. Herpetology is the study of lizard, snakes, study of reptiles. And the last branch what you are going to study is that, what is this, children? It is a bird. It is a bird. It is a pigeon, right? So the study of birds, we call it as ornithology. Ornithology. Right. So these are all the branches on the basis of study. First one, botany, study of plants. Zoology, study of animals. Anthropology, study of human beings. Virology, study of virus. Bacteriology, study of bacteria. Mycology, study of fungus. Pycology, study of algae. Entomology, study of insects. Ichthyology, study of fishes. Herpetology, study of lizards, snakes, etc. Study of reptiles. Ornithology, study of birds. Okay, children, now we have discussed about the two branches, one on the basis of approach on study and another one is based on the group of organisms. The next topic what we are going to discuss is the why to study biology. What is the topic, children? Why study biology, or what is the use of studying biology? Can you say what is the use of studying biology? Many of you might have said, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a veterinarian, I want to become a heart surgeon, I want to become a lab technician, right? So many of them, because of their aim, they have an aim, so they study biology. And now I am going to discuss what are all the other uses of studying biology. Why we should study biology? The first reason is that to understand ourselves. What is the reason, children? To understand ourselves, to understand ourselves better. Yes, we have many doubts regarding our body, right? Why we are growing, why we attain puberty, how the vision is
how the eyes is focusing your vision, or after certain age why do the hairs grow in our body, right? We have many doubts regarding our body. So the study of biology helps us to understand the changes what takes place in our body. We have many doubts, right? To clarify or to understand ourselves better, to understand our body in a better way, the study of biology is essential. And the second use is that appreciation of life. Appreciation of life. Appreciation means what? Parate we say, okay. So, by studying the biology, we can understand about ourselves and where the community we live in and what is the interaction between us. And above all that, there are many varieties of organisms in the world. We can understand their complex nature. For example, if you are studying about a single amoeba, like it is very simple, but while you are studying about the human beings, we come to understand more things regarding our life. So, appreciation of life. And what is the third use, children? Growing, improved and more productive foods. For example, more productive foods, right? And you know about the selective breeding, children. Selective breeding means they will allow the dominant varieties, good breeds of animals to breed among themselves. For example, we can say population is growing day by day, right? So, by the traditional methods, we cannot provide food for the entire population. So, by using the biotechnology, now we can see, we can initiate the hen to produce more eggs. We can initiate a plant to produce more fruits, or a cow to produce more milk, and goat or something to produce more wool or more meat. This can be achieved only by the study of biology. That science which deals with that, we call it as biotechnology. So, to satisfy the need of the growing population, to provide the food, if they want a cloth, they need a wool, right? They need more cotton for their clothes. So, to supply food for the growing population, by the study of biology is essential. And next one, for what we have to study biology is that we have to study it for the development of aptitude and attitude. What do you mean by aptitude and attitude? Aptitude means fitness. Okay, we develop our aptitude, we develop our fitness, Buganda Tanmai we say in Tamil. So, by the study of biology helps us to increase or develop our aptitude and attitude. What is our attitude? How we respond to the situation, Anugumurai we say, right. So, it may be a positive or it may be a negative. So, the study of biology helps us to increase our aptitude as well as the attitude. And next one, next use is that it helps in maintaining the health. Maintaining health. How can we maintain health, children? We can maintain our health by being hygiene. Hygiene means what? Sugadaram. Now, due to this corona spread, what we are all doing? We are washing our hands frequently, we are wearing a mask, and we are using the sanitizer, right? Why we are all doing this? To protect ourselves from the attack of the microorganisms. So, by the study of biology, by the knowledge of biology, we can understand how the disease are spread, how the disease are caused, and how can we maintain our hygiene. And hygiene is of many types, children. Personal hygiene means keeping ourselves clean, and public hygiene means keeping our surroundings clean. Sanitary hygiene, keeping our bathrooms, everything clean. We can prevent ourselves from the diseases. Next one is that we can conserve the natural resources. Conservation of natural resources. Yes, by studying biology, by studying about the plants, we understand the importance of the plants, and we know why we should not cut the plants. So we can advise the people no need to cut the plants and trees, because we don't get oxygen, we don't get the food. Even if you are cutting a tree, just imagine children, if you are cutting a tree, the entire organisms which depend on the tree also dies, right? So we can educate the people by studying biology. We can educate the people regarding the deforestation, okay, effects of deforestation, and especially about the pollution, right? What pollution? Why we should not allow our sewage? Sewage means what? The wastewater from our homes. We should not allow it to enter into the river or nearby water areas. Why? What will happen? It will contaminate, and that is the reason why we are now facing the shortage of the drinking water, because day by day we are polluting our environment. So we are not getting, you just imagine children, what the thing we are doing, we are increasing the pollution, and trees are the best pollution filters, but we are cutting the trees also. So the earth is going day by day, it's spoiling by the human activities. So by studying biology, we can educate them how to conserve, how to protect our natural environment. And next one is that to develop certain hobbies. What is our hobby, children? Many of them have our different hobbies, right? I like to grow fish, right? Likewise, you all may have many hobbies. Many of them may be interested in gardening, growing vegetables, fruits, and somebody may involve in aquarium, that is keeping, even they may have a small fish tank at their home, and many of them collect the insects, many of them collect the photographs of the pictures. So many hobbies are related to biology. Not only hobby, children, some branches may get us income also. You see somebody keeping beekeeping, you know, in a flower, in a garden they keep a bee collecting stand, right? What will happen? Automatically the bees collects the honey. So beekeeping is also become a hobby, as well as it provides a employment opportunity also. And by growing fruits and vegetables, we can sell it in a organic way. Now there is a great demand for organic, and some, we know, Madi Thotam, somebody nowadays many of them practicing terrace cultivation, and they are growing their food, whatever they need for their own, in a organic way. And apart from this, what are all the different hobbies we can say? Somebody are growing hen, and somebody by growing hen, what we can do? We can sell the eggs and get some income also. So certain hobbies. And apart from this, children, the important use is that to study biology, we will get career opportunities. Career opportunities. What is your career? Career means what? Many of them may ask what you are going to study. From a small age itself they will be asking what you want to become. You want to become a doctor, or you want to become a teacher, right? So career opportunities. The first, by studying biology, we can become a doctor, veterinarian, we can become a surgeon, and lab technician. Now this coronavirus, who is examining in the lab, children? Lab technician, and cardiologist, right? The person who examines our heart. And apart from this, you can become a teacher also, like me, like biology teacher. And then you can become a health inspector, or you can become a forest officer. There are enormous scope, enormous career opportunities regarding to biology. So listen, children, to understand ourselves better, appreciation of life, growing improved and productive foods, development of aptitude and attitude, maintaining health, conservation of natural resources, hobbies, and provides career opportunities. By this topic, the lesson comes to an end, children. And along with this, the PPT for this lesson, question bank and the study materials are given below, and the assessment question paper is given. Go through it, and you can understand how far you have listened understood the topic. Okay, thank you, children. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.